the engine optimization node. Right, so here what we see is just a whole bunch of high poly geometry, and we've got this engine optimization node that I created quite recently. It's quite powerful. So what it will do is it will search through all the objects in your scene that you tell it to look through by input, and it will look through all of them for high density vertex within a small area. So if the object is quite small, like a nut or a bolt or something like that, and it's high poly, then the node will automatically reduce those polygons on those objects only. So here, if I activate this, you'll see all these spheres have been reduced, but the main object here is still quite high poly. And here we have some controls. So this would be for the reduction on your smaller objects. There you can see I've pumped it up, and here I'm going to drop it quite significantly. And here as well as the percentage on the larger objects, we can drop that down to say maybe 60%. We obviously still keep quite a lot of it, but it works quite well. We can drop this quite low actually and still retain quite a bit of detail. It automatically fixes all the normals as well. You do have access to adjust those, so we can, if you wanted it to look a specific way, maybe you want it to be a hard surface object rather than a soft body object, and then you would adjust these normals to get that. You also have the ability to see the UVs, change the UVs. So here we have a scale of 10, we can drop that down to 1 if we need more fine details, drop that down. And I found this is a very, very nice node for piping in incoming data from Revit. So we get a Revit model, just drop this node directly in. So you drop the file node, import your FBX, drop it straight in. It'll do some magic. So the default is this cube. It'll do some magic. Of course, this doesn't look very good, but you'll see it does a fairly decent job on bulk objects, like something like this, like the little shape that I made in the beginning. It does take a little while, and obviously the bigger the object, more geometry, the longer it'll take. But you'll see just this little node, and if this was something in the distance, you wouldn't really notice. And we dropped down to about 7,000 versus the original 147,000. Yeah, and that is the engine optimization node.